Hello Culés, it's Pablo here and welcome back to Barca Universal. Welcome to our first match of 2021 for Football Club Barcelona. We are back with some football and we certainly hope that this year on the football pitch will be a better one than the previous one for Barcelona. We had a lot of negativity last year. It was a bit of a chaotic year in all truth. We will be hoping that this year we can find some more consistency, and we start here with an away trip. It's away to Huesca in a game we simply have to win. They're bottom in La Liga, so come on Barca. And this one will be away from home, like I mentioned. It's actually the first of several away fixtures that we will be facing in January, because if December contained plenty of home fixtures, January is the complete opposite. And we start here on Sunday evening at El Alcoraz Stadium in search of a crucial 3 points. I think if you take a look at the league table, which will be on your screens right now, it's not exactly pleasant reading for us Barcelona fans. We're just not doing well enough. We keep on losing points. It's just, when we win one, then we slip up again, then we win two, then we slip up again. It's been too much like that, guys. And right now, the fact of the matter is, we're in a top four battle. We're scraping for Champions League spots. We've got to get in them. We've got to find some consistency somewhere. Let's hope this month we finally get that. But let's actually start here with Huesca, the home side for the fixture. And I want to reiterate here that Huesca are 20th. To start the Huesca section, I want to just say it out loud. Huesca are 20th. They're the bottom side in La Liga, like I said earlier. There's no ifs, there's no buts. They are 20th. They are probably the worst team in La Liga for me. Of course, statistically they are, but that doesn't always mean something. Huesca, for me, they look weakest on paper. Maybe with the way they play as well, they are the bottom side. And yet, you still get the feeling that Huesca, at their home ground at El Alcoraz, can make things hard for Barcelona tomorrow, because I look at Huesca's results and it hasn't been a complete disaster for me. It hasn't been a Sheffield United in the Premier League. It hasn't been completely awful, completely embarrassing. I look at some of their results, there's been a lot of draws. It's not shocking at all, but they have slipped up way too many times. I believe they've won just, one or two games this season. It's not good enough, and you do get the feeling that Huesca will try and sit in, will soak up pressure, and will try and play for yet another draw tomorrow evening. But I want to enter this fixture with caution for a number of reasons. I've mentioned there the fact that Huesca haven't been completely shocking, despite the fact they are 20th. But I think also, if we just look at ourselves in the mirror, guys, we're nothing good at all. And that's why I mentioned earlier that we come into this game and we still feel that Huesca can cause us problems. And that's just because of the way we've been throwing away points this season. When we concede the first goal, when we don't play quick enough, when we let sides into the game at their home ground, we just make things so hard for ourselves. And with the way Huesca play, you do get the feeling they're the exact sort of team, they play the exact sort of football that Barcelona hate. I don't think it's going to be plain sailing. I think, we can be all in agreement by saying, look, Barcelona should make this an easy victory. We should win this game. If we do the right things, we play the correct players, there's no reason why we can't win this game. But I think we'll also all be in agreement that we come into this game and we still have that doubt in our minds whether we can really put out a good performance. And I think we'll all agree that Huesca can certainly cause us issues. So let's move on to ourselves then, and as it always is, you don't really know what to expect from this Barcelona side. There has just been zero consistency this season, and to back up that point, we haven't actually won 3 league games in a row all season long. We're entering January here, the midway point of the season basically, and again, we've come off another draw, another bad game, or we dropped points, or we played poorly for large parts. It was our home to Eibar, and it's more stupid dropped points. And I look at this month really, guys, and we've got some really difficult fixtures. You look at the Supercopa coming around, the Copa del Rey is also just around the corner, so even more fixtures. In February comes the Champions League, but like I said earlier, the away fixtures. This is down to Barcelona doing their jobs properly on the road, stringing some form together, finding the balance, finding that consistency that we have been lacking, and getting some results. We need wins. We need consistency. We need to start climbing that table, because right now it's getting ridiculous. And away from home, our form hasn't been good enough this season. So we've got a good chance here to really string some victories together when we're not at the Camp Nou. Let's start with that tomorrow evening. And I always say the same thing regarding these away fixtures. I always say, make things easy for yourselves. And that might sound stupid, but what do you mean by that? What I mean by that is, don't concede the first goal, which we seem to always do away from home. And look when we didn't do it, guys. Look at the last away fixture for Barcelona, Valladolid. It was a similar sort of game, it was cagey at the beginning. It looked like the sort of Cadiz game, the Alaves game, where we're not going to create much. But out of nowhere, Longley scores a header, Braithwaite taps it into an empty net, and Barcelona are playing insane. And we could have made it 4-5 or even 6 in that second half, guys. The game ended 3-0, very comfortable. Valladolid did absolutely nothing. Ter Stegen had a very easy game in goal, and it can be very simple. The same thing goes for tomorrow evening, guys. The same thing goes for the Cadiz game that we slipped up on, the Alaves game that we slipped up on, even the Getafe game earlier on in the season. You can make these games very simple. If you play with the right rhythm, the right intensity, you create those chances, you importantly get that first goal. like I said, it can be a very comfortable game by the end of it. So Barcelona, you know exactly what to do. We did it against Valladolid, and I challenge the players to go out there tomorrow, do a similar thing, because ultimately, that's all that needs to be done for these sorts of fixtures. Let's bear in mind that Huesca, they are 20th, and with that in mind, here's what I'm going to go for with the teams. Because always the debate will be there. What do we go for? Who do we play? What formation do we play? And what I'm going to show you guys is actually two separate starting 11s. What you're going to see on screen now is my starting 11. This is what I would play at El Alcoraz tomorrow evening. I've gone for a back 3 again, or back 5, however you see it. I think, away from home, this is the best way we can win matches. I've gone for ter Stegen in goal, Mingueza, Araujo and Lenglet at the back, Dest and Jordi Alba returning at left wing back. In midfield, I've kept Pjanic and De Jong. I'll show you in a minute Ronald Koeman's lineup that I think he's going to play. I highly doubt Pjanic will play 3 games in a row. I would keep him. I think he's been one of our best players over the last fixtures. I've been impressed with him. I always think if Barca want to be serious this season, if we want to be a competitive team, Pjanic and De Jong in midfield is key. And up front I've gone for 3, for me, very informed players. I've put Dembélé off the right, Pedri off the left in a way, but of course Jordi Alba will be taking up that left flank very easily, and he can actually create width there without having to play at left back at the same time, so that works perfectly. And then you've got Messi in there as well. I have a few doubts with this. The first would be no number 9. That for me worries me usually, especially in away fixtures. If you want, some Polvod out front, someone who is going to battle with centre-backs if you like, especially Huesca defenders who you will imagine will be quite physical in there. But I just think if Barcelona want to dominate this football match, if they want to really take control, really damage Huesca in attack, I still think Dembélé, Messi, Pedri, all on form, Messi in that false 9 role linking up play, we can easily cause Huesca issues with Dest and Alba coming up on the overlaps too. I think this is a lineup that's ready to take down Huesca. It's full of informed players, and I think it's our best chance of getting 3 points. And what I'm going to show you guys on screen now is what I think Ronald Koeman will go for tomorrow. Of course, this isn't set in stone. He's been a little less predictable, if you like, with his lineups of late, to be fair to him, changing formation quite regularly. But I'd imagine ter Stegen will be in goal. I think he's going to go back to a 4-2-3-1. Dest and Alba at wing back, or at full back, if you like. We know how high up the pitch they'll be, though, especially for this sort of fixture. In defence, Araujo and Lenglet, I think. If he was to pick 2, he'd go for those guys, just because Mingueza's played a lot of football of late, and Umtiti is actually out of this game with more injury problems, so again, no big Samuel to trust on at the back. In midfield, I've brought Busquets back in next to De Jong. To be fair to Koeman, he has benched Busquets for a few games in a row now, but I can't imagine him doing it for 3, so that's why I've brought Busquets back in. And then up front, I've gone for this front 4, Dembélé, Messi, Pedri, just like I said, but then Antoine Griezmann instead of Martin Braithwaite. Braithwaite, similar reasons to Mingueza and Pjanic. He's played quite a few games in a row now, so I imagine he will be brought out of the team, especially after his penalty miss and a slightly disappointing performance against Eibar. So that's what I'd imagine Koeman will go for. That lineup, what you guys saw earlier for me in the back 3, is what I would go for. But yeah, let me know what you guys think lineup-wise, because I know you all have a lot of different contrasting opinions on who should be playing, so get those comments in down below. And of course, to wrap up the match preview, we will be ending with my match prediction. I've gone for Huesca 1, Barcelona 3. I get the feeling that Huesca will randomly score out of nowhere, I don't know why. I still think though that Barcelona can actually create a goddamn load of chances in this game, with Messi, with Pedri, with Dembélé, with Jordi Alba, with Dest coming in too. If you've got Pjanic and De Jong in midfield, that's the sort of Barcelona lineup I want to see. So that's what I'm hoping for, guys. A lot of chance creation, a good away performance, and hopefully 3 points, because we have got a really hard month coming up. So if we don't win here, I'm starting to worry, guys, where we'll be come February, March. Because if we don't start winning games, we just won't be in the top 4. Simple as that. It sounds weird to say it now, but hey, you can't keep dropping points like we've been doing. We've got to find consistency. Tomorrow, against 20th in La Liga, it has to be 3 points. And that is where this video is going to come to a close. Like I always say, leave all your thoughts down below. I will be getting back to as many comments as I can back there. Thank you guys for the support of the channel recently. We are growing ever so slightly, so hopefully the Barca Universal community can continue to rise. Until then, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the game. I hope it's a good one for Barca. We will be here after full time on the Sunday evening, quite late on, to review the match. I'll see you guys then. Hope you guys enjoyed your Christmases and whatnot. Happy New Year, and goodbye.